Disney's CEO was finally asked to talk a little bit about the whole Scarlett Johansson lawsuit and the changes being brought upon Disney and Marvel Studios in regards to contracts. So he finally answers, but also plays dumb at the same time and pretends like he doesn't have to answer. So this is directly from the recent conference that happened, the Goldman Conference, and it was the 30th annual one. So Bob Chapek was there, and of course, they had to bring it up. It had to be asked, it had to be brought up, since they were talking about the success of Shang-Chi, and of course the whole digital platform, Disney Plus and everything. And he was asked about the whole lawsuit, the situation, Scarlett Johansson, the public statements and everything. And in a very, what I would call systematic CEO way, he sort of shrugs the question off in regards to Scarlett Johansson and addressing that situation head on, and instead tells us what we need to know without telling us what we need to know. And one thing that he says is that this whole situation was like putting a square peg into a round hole. And he says that now, since the landscape is changing and there's certain things in the works and things are looking different and you have to adjust for the changing world, that talent deals going forward will in fact reflect the changing of the world, and that this is based on recent experiments and things that have happened. Now again, he's telling you what we need to know and what you need to know without telling you what you need to know or want to know. And that's that the whole lawsuit has brought on a whole new contract procedure where Disney Plus will be factored into contracts just in case this happens again with any upcoming project. And he says that they are trying to do right by the talent involved with it, and that they are trying to compensate them fairly per the contracts that were agreed upon before and now after. Now again, he doesn't necessarily state outright Scarlett Johansson's, requests or what her contract was, but from what we understand, they still owe her money that they didn't want to pay because she's basing the lawsuit on the old contract and not a new one that they potentially reworked. But that doesn't make sense to me, because if they reworked a new contract, then she wouldn't be able to sue because her new take and contract would be obviously there. She signed it along with her team. So there's a lot of interesting stuff here. At least for what it's worth, we know that the celebrities and people, associated with the projects will be paid accordingly based on their work. So that's something. So I guess it's brought on a change. But the bigger picture here is, what does this do for Black Widow's future going forward? Specifically that franchise, that IP. Like, what do you do with that? Is she going to have to be credited in some way if they make a sequel that she's not in? I mean, that's where the legal whole procedure thing could get a little bit out of hand and prevent some things from happening. But again, I assume this whole lawsuit thing is going to be going on for a while, so we'll find out more dirt soon.